New York, and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
ASAP Rocky has been found guilty of assault by a Swedish court. The American entertainer was convicted of assaulting a man during a June incident in Stockholm in a case that drew the attention of President Trump. Blah, 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 blah. Story is still developing.
That's all we know. We have no more details right now. This is according to the Washington Post.
So I guess the question then becomes how much time do they sentence and what does his time served do for him?
It was up to 6 years, right?
No, it was up to 2 years. We had that wrong at first. It was up to 2 years. I think people thought it was more likely he would potentially get 6 months.
He has about a month time served.
Over a little over a month, I think, time served. So either way, ASAP Rocky, unfortunately, has been found guilty in a Swedish court. So
Crazy.
You're getting stalked in the street by somebody who's attacked your bodyguard.
It's a different country, bro. They don't see that. They don't see that as you were in danger. They see that as you could have then avoided it or went to the police or done something else. Here we're like,
they already attacked your bodyguard, or at least hit him.
Oh, okay. King Louis just sent this to me. He said he's been given a suspended sentence, no jail time.
hey!
In order to pay a fine to the victim.
Ordered to pay a fine. How much?
I'm not sure.
But he's not going back to jail?
No.
Hey!
Okay, good.
He'll be good with that fine. No problem. Fine.
Fine, I'll pay it.
No problem. That's great news.
Yeah, that is good.
But yeah, Shawnee, I
Wow.
think the real big difference we have is our American thought process is, yo, man, you follow me? I keep telling you to walk away, you get your ass kicked. And we all as Americans go, yeah, we get that. But it is a cultural difference that for them, they didn't see the guys following them as something that they had to respond to. In their eyes, it's like you could have went in somewhere, you could have went to a police station.
Right.
They don't inherently deserve. And also you have to remember, the guy got absolutely tossed and beat down after that point. It would have been an issue here too once you get that beat
most
down.
of the people's logic, because I saw when I was like digging comments, people from Sweden were like, "Yo, listen, the bodyguard and the initial guy, remember the guy who slammed the headphones on him? They kind of canceled out each other, so they dismissed that initial. They were like, all right,
That's self-defense.
self-defense,
Right.
And their whole logic, which obviously we're discussing, it doesn't make much sense to us that ASAP Rocky and the two guys that he was arrested with had no reason to jump the other ones.
Right. They exactly. And I'm not saying, listen, I totally understand where they're coming from. I thought the guys deserved to get a beat down, but at the same time, that's not how the justice system necessarily works.
I mean, sometimes you have to police yourself when there's no police around.
Well,
That's the mentality. Not saying that that's...
Well, look what happened to Rocky.
it wasn't.
When you take them around.
But I'm saying that's the mentality.
No, it's the mentality. The thing
like,
is, let's not act like Rocky was a rookie to traveling overseas. He understands, the dangers when you're playing with laws in other countries.
Absolutely.
And I mean, listen, he got a really hard lesson. That was a really scary thing. If you're just tuning in, ASAP Rocky found guilty in Sweden. However, suspended sentence. He will not do any more jail time. He will pay a fine instead. So congratulations to Rocky.
Oof.
At least he is beaten that and can move on now. Crazy, crazy circumstance in Sweden.
Sweden was like, we're going to find him guilty because we're not going to pay him any money because of that law in Sweden. That
Right.
if they find him not guilty, they have to pay him back his money,
That he
money
missed.
that he missed. So they were like, we are not paying him anything.
Yeah, they'll be like, we're going to find him guilty, but not make him go back to jail.
Right.
I mean, honestly, it probably ends up net not being, it could have been much worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
A month is still terrible. I would not want to spend a month in jail in Stockholm, but at the same time, relatively, compared to doing 6 or a year or 2, he doesn't have to go back there probably. Pretty good news.